Hello, my name is Travis and I'm going to do something I don't often do. I'm going to defend a movie before it's out. The film in question is Yoga Hosers by Kevin Smith, and there are a lot of opinionated people voicing their concerns and hatred for this movie that's not even out yet. To catch you up to speed if you haven't seen the trailer already, Yoga Hosers is about two girls named Colleen who are obsessed with yoga and who hate their job as clerks. They get invited to this huge party, but they stumble upon this Nazi plot to clone Hitler using bratwurst. Set in Canada. The second trailer was just released with new footage and new lines and new hatred. There are so many people hating on this movie. Emojis and texting and the word basic. This is cliche teen millennial humor. What is it doing in this film? What is Johnny Depp doing in this film? The Pirates movies grossed almost $4 billion. What is he doing in this movie? And there's an ongoing line in the trailer where they say, sorry about that. And I saw a Canadian commenter say, it's not sorry about that. People say sorry about that. Not sorry about that. Sorry about that. Boot boat, boot boat. Boot boat. And it's marketed as a movie for kids, and that is the thread on the sweater. Why is it marketed as a movie for kids? This movie is obviously not for kids. Why is it marketed as a movie for kids? Because that's the point. In my opinion, on a movie that's not out yet, Yoga Hosers is not a comedy action film about clerks set in Canada. A lot of people thought this was going to be Clerks in Canada, which in my opinion, just sounds pretty boring. But for me, based on the trailer, Yoga Hosers is a broad generalization about broad generalizations made about stereotypes. Stereotypical teenage girls obsessed with their phones and emojis, check. Set in Canada using 8-bit font in the trailer, Scott Pilgrim reference, check. Bad Canadian boat boot accents, well, we're in Canada, so check. Johnny Depp in makeup, check. Nazi-type villain, can't think of a villain more evil than that, so check. Overly inclusive Stan Lee cameo, check. And for those of you who don't know, Kevin Smith was doing the Stan Lee cameo way before the Stan Lee cameo was a thing, so the more you know. Just imagine the star, the more you know. Doing things without adults, younger girls getting invited to an older person's party, saying the word basic, all the millennial humor, check, 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 check. People are saying, oh, how Kevin Smith has fallen since Zack and Mary. If he is such a failure, how come he can get away with creating whatever he wants? He's sitting pretty and enjoying himself and having fun doing it. If you don't want to see this movie in theaters, fine, but I'm going to go see the movie in theaters, and that's not only because I'm seeing every single wide release movie coming out this year. 15-second movie reviews linked down below. Online commenters hating on Kevin Smith because he's not the director you want him to be. I like how absurd he's been getting with his past few movies. I went and saw him speak a few weeks ago, and he flat out said Yoga Hosers is one of the dumbest movies he's ever made. And you can't take a movie like this seriously. No, really, don't. You'll end up with a brain aneurysm. This film looks surprisingly bizarre and weirdly kooky and moderately uncomfortable to watch on some level, and all these people saying Hollywood has run out of original ideas. Well, here comes Kevin Smith with Nazi bratwurst, and you're turning your back on him. Shame on you. Shame. This film looks unapologetically absurd, and I commend Kevin Smith for making the films that he wants to make. He's having fun creating things, not just for the general populace, but for himself, and this time he gets to bring his daughter on board. That's awesome. Look, I enjoyed Tusk, and I'm looking forward to Moose Jaws, and in between, I get some Nazi bratwurst, so I'm excited. I'm weirdly excited to see this movie and just how crazily absurd it gets. Yoga Hosers comes out July 29th, and I hope at least a couple of you go see it. My name is Travis. Thank you for listening to what I have to say, and you will see me soon.